Okay, picture this. It's a totally normal Tuesday. A radio telescope in the Australian outback is doing what it does every single night, scanning the sky on autopilot, when suddenly it flags something. A narrowband signal. Repeating. Structured. Not a satellite, not interference, not a microwave oven in the break room. And yes, that has actually fooled astronomers before. Within 72 hours, every major observatory on Earth is pointed at the same spot and they're all seeing it. Humanity has just received its first message from another civilization. And then one astronomer runs one simple calculation and ruins everything. The source? 2 million light years away, which means this signal left its transmitter before humans existed, before language, before fire. Whoever sent this has been waiting for an answer for 2 million years. Now, here's the thing nobody tells you about alien contact. Forget the spaceships. Forget the invasion movies. Physics says first contact will almost certainly look like this. A voice from the deep past sent by someone who is probably long gone. Not a conversation, an inheritance. So let's actually play this out. What happens to science, to religion, to money, to you, in the weeks after we pick up a ghost? Stick around because the ending of this scenario is not what you expect. First, could the government hide it? No, and I love this part. Radio astronomy is a giant global network built on scientists asking each other, hey, can you check this? The second one observatory requests verification. Hundreds of people know. Within hours, it's a leaked group chat, a viral screenshot, and a press conference full of astronomers who haven't slept in 3 days saying the most insane sentence of their careers. We believe this is a techno-signature. But here's the first twist. Confirmation wouldn't take days. It would take weeks. You have to redetect the signal from different continents, rule out satellites, rule out hoaxes, rule out everything. So, for almost a month, the entire planet lives in limbo. Half the world is celebrating first contact. The other half is yelling, "It's a glitch!" Stock markets wobble, churches fill up, and then verification lands. And the limbo ends. Now comes the math. And the math is heartbreaking. 2 million light years. That's out near the Andromeda galaxy. And light has a speed limit. Radio waves travel at exactly that speed, never faster. So the photons hitting our telescopes today left their transmitter when the most advanced technology on planet Earth was a sharpened rock. Held by Homo habilis. The senders looked up at a sky where humanity did not exist yet. Want to reply? Yeah, sure, your message arrives in 2 million years. Want an answer back? 4 million years. Round trip. That's longer than our species has existed. This is not a phone call. This is a message in a bottle thrown across an ocean of time. Which forces the question everyone on Earth would be asking. Are they still out there? Almost certainly not. And here's why. We've had radio for barely 100 years. In that 1 century, we built bombs that could end us, shook our own climate, and invented technology your great-grandparents would call magic. Civilizations change fast. Now, multiply that century by 20,000. Whoever sent this signal has either gone extinct or changed into something so different that the original senders no longer exist in any meaningful way. Either way, we're not talking to them. We're reading their gravestone. So, the trillion-dollar question. What does the message say? There are 3 big possibilities, and each one rewrites our future. Possibility 1, it's a beacon, just a repeating pattern. Prime numbers, hydrogen frequencies, basic math. No content, just a flag planted in the universe that says, we were here. And honestly, this is the most likely one, because a beacon is cheap to run for thousands of years. But don't be disappointed, because even a beacon delivers the single biggest fact in human history. We are not alone. We never were. The famous Fermi paradox, where is everybody, dissolves overnight. And if 2 civilizations popped up this close together, the universe isn't empty. It's full of graves and full of cradles. Possibility 2, it's a library. Think about it. If we knew our civilization was ending, what would we do? We'd compress everything we know and blast it into space, hoping somebody catches it. Their math, their physics, their history, their mistakes. Decoding it becomes the biggest scientific project ever, bigger than the moon landing and the Manhattan Project combined. Because hidden in that data could be fusion power, cures, answers to problems we haven't even discovered yet, and possibly a description of whatever killed them. Which brings us to possibility 3, the one that should keep you up tonight. It's a warning. Imagine decoding the signal and realizing it's a black box recording, a civilization documenting its own collapse in real time, a climate spiral, an engineered plague, a machine intelligence they couldn't switch off, or something we don't even have a word for. A 2 million-year-old voice saying, "We did this to ourselves, and your turn is coming." Suddenly, every debate we're having right now, nukes, AI, the planet, has a precedent. The Great Filter, that theoretical wall that stops civilizations from spreading across the galaxy, it's not a theory anymore. It has a face. Okay, but what happens here on Earth? Because honestly, what the message says might matter less than what it does to us. Within weeks, religious attendance explodes worldwide. That's not a guess. It's what humans do after every event that shakes our place in the universe. Some religions absorb the news easily, others crack. Brand new movements form around the signal itself. And yes, within a year, somebody will claim they can channel the aliens, and millions will believe them. You know it's true. The markets do something even weirder. First, panic selling. Then money floods into telescopes, aerospace, computing. Anything connected to decoding or space. Governments multiply science budgets overnight, exactly like after Sputnik. Except this time, the competition isn't another superpower. It's the dead, and the fear of joining them. And quietly, something shifts in regular people. Astronauts call it the overview effect. You see Earth from space, and suddenly, borders look ridiculous. The signal does that to the entire species at once. Wars don't stop. Humans are humans. But every conflict suddenly feels a little smaller. Because now we know civilizations are rare, fragile, temporary. We're not the main characters of the universe. We're one entry in a very long book, and we just found another page. Which leaves one final decision. The big one. Do we answer? Logically pointless. The reply arrives 2 million years too late. But humans aren't logical, and this debate would be ferocious. One side says, replying tells everyone out there exactly where we live. Bad idea. The other side says, the only way to honor the senders is to do what they did. Take everything we are, our music, our math, our mistakes, our hope, point it at the dark, and press send. Not for them, for whoever comes next. 2 million years from now, on a world that doesn't exist yet. Picking up a faint repeating pattern and running one simple calculation that changes everything. And here's the twist I promised you. The thought that would settle over humanity in the years after detection. The senders died not knowing. Their question, is anyone out there? Went unanswered for their entire existence. But we know something they never did. The message worked. 2 million years of silence against odds too small to calculate, and it landed in the 1 century we happened to be listening. The signal was never really a message to us. It was proof that reaching out matters even when no answer can ever come back. And once you understand that, the question stops being, are we alone in the universe? The question becomes, what will we leave behind for the next ones who are?